Shadows of the Alamo. Deep in the heart of Texas lies San Antonio, a city steeped in a rich and haunting history. Among its many landmarks stands the Alamo, a towering testament to the past, its ancient walls reverberating with whispers from beyond. And it is within these hallowed grounds that a bone-chilling tale of the paranormal unfolds. On a moonlit night, Dr. James Reynolds, a historian with an insatiable thirst for knowledge, found himself alone within the Alamo's storied corridors. Yet, as he ventured through the dimly lit passageways, an unsettling sensation crept over him, the feeling of being watched. Being a man of logic and reason, he initially dismissed it as mere figments of his imagination. However, as Dr. Reynolds reached the renowned Long Barrack, his gaze was captivated by a portrait adorning the wall. The painted image portrayed a brave Texan soldier, lost to the annals of the Battle of the Alamo. Strangely, the soldier's piercing eyes seemed to follow Dr. Reynolds, their silent plea shrouded in enigma. Driven by an insatiable curiosity, Dr. Reynolds delved deeper into the storied history of the Alamo. His meticulous research unveiled countless accounts of inexplicable occurrences, beckoning him closer to unraveling the truth behind the chilling hauntings. One fateful evening, whilst immersed in ancient manuscripts, Dr. Reynolds stumbled upon a forgotten diary, a relic belonging to a soldier who had fought in the very Battle of the Alamo. Within its time-worn pages, the soldier chronicled eerie sightings of shadowy figures and whispered conversations that seemed to emerge from thin air. Motivated by an unwavering desire to understand, Dr. Reynolds sought out the local denizens of San Antonio who had experienced paranormal encounters within the Alamo's confines. Their harrowing tales chilled him to the very core. One account, shared by a young woman who had visited the Alamo with her family, recounted a chilling encounter. As they stepped foot into the Long Barrack, a frigid gust of wind swept through her, causing her blood to run cold. In her peripheral vision, she caught sight of a figure clad in tattered garments, its face shrouded in darkness. The apparition vanished as swiftly as it appeared, leaving her trembling with fear. Another witness, a construction worker involved in the Alamo's restoration, recalled nights plagued by distant cries and anguished screams. Overwhelmed by terror, he ultimately abandoned his position, unable to endure the spectral symphony that echoed through the empty corridors. As the collection of stories grew, so too did Dr. Reynolds' conviction that the Alamo existed as a focal point for paranormal activity. The restless spirits of those who had fought and perished within its walls remained eternally adrift, forever trapped within a spectral purgatory. As the first rays of dawn pierced the San Antonio skyline, Dr. Reynolds concluded his research. He had unearthed a tapestry woven with supernatural events too profound to be ignored. With a heavy heart, he vowed to share his findings with the world, to shed light on the lingering souls who refused to find solace. The Alamo stands today as both a testament to Texas's history and a chilling reminder of the apparitions that haunt its hallowed halls. Visitors still report uncanny sensations, hearing ethereal whispers, and bearing witness to spectral figures roaming the sacred grounds. Should your path lead you to San Antonio, venture into the Alamo with caution. For the spirits of fallen heroes, forever intertwined with the legacy of the Battle of the Alamo, patiently await their release. Bound by tragedy and eternally trapped within the historic walls, they persist as echoes of the past, transforming the Alamo into the most haunted site in all of Texas. The Wailing Specter of Presidio La Bahia. In the serene town of Goliad, Texas, nestled amidst the landscape, stands the historical fortress known as Presidio La Bahia. Behind its sturdy stone walls and weathered ramparts lies a legend, whispered through the ages, that sends shivers down the spines of all who hear it. In the chaotic days of the Texas Revolution, Presidio La Bahia stood as a steadfast military bastion. Amidst the chaos of battle, a tragedy unfolded within those very walls, forever etching its mark on the place. It is said that a young soldier named Miguel, haunted by the atrocities he witnessed, succumbed to the depths of madness and tragically took his own life. Since that fateful day, the spirit of Miguel is said to wander the grounds of Presidio La Bahia, caught in a perpetual state of anguish. His sorrowful wails pierce the night, resonating through the air, an eternal lament that chills the hearts of those who dare to listen. One moonlit eve, a group of intrepid historians assembled within the fortress, drawn by its history and intrigue. As they delved into dusty archives and examined relics of the past, a growing unease settled upon them. Whispers of Miguel's presence swirled in the air, a haunting premonition that they were not alone. Suddenly, a frigid gust of wind swept through the room, extinguishing the flickering candles and enveloping them in darkness. Within the abyss, they heard the mournful cries of Miguel drawing nearer, his spectral presence becoming palpable. Panic gripped their souls as they fumbled through the obscurity, desperate for an escape, their trembling hands tracing the cool touch of the ancient stones. Emerging into the moonlit courtyard, their breath caught in their throats. Before them stood the apparition of Miguel, a phantom draped in tattered military garb, his countenance etched with eternal torment. His vacant eyes bore into theirs, beseeching release from his tortured existence. Paralyzed by fear, the historians watched in awe as Miguel's ethereal form dissipated into the night, leaving behind only echoes of his mournful cries. It was an encounter that seared the haunted reputation of Presidio La Bahia into their very souls. Even now, those who venture to Presidio La Bahia recount tales of Miguel's ghostly presence, his anguished wails reverberating through the corridors, his spectral touch grazing the skin of unsuspecting visitors. Some claim fleeting glimpses of his tormented visage, haunting yet captivating, lingering on the periphery of their vision. Presidio La Bahia, a testament to Texas's storied past, stands as a silent sentinel amidst the passage of time, its walls steeped in history and tragedy. As the wind whistles through its crevices and the moon casts an ethereal glow upon its weathered stones, it serves as a poignant reminder of the restless specter forever condemned to wander within its ancient embrace. The dark dominion of Yorktown Memorial Hospital. In the desolate town of Yorktown, Texas, where time seems to stand still, an abandoned hospital sits in decrepit silence, an imposing structure that conceals a darkness that challenges comprehension. Known as Yorktown Memorial Hospital, it holds a reputation as one of the most terrifying places in the Lone Star State, its very essence tainted by unimaginable horrors. Decades ago, this hospital was a beacon of hope, offering solace to the sick and injured. However, within its sterile halls, a series of unsettling events unfolded, forever staining its walls with a malevolent presence that persists to this day. Legend has it that a disturbed doctor named Dr. Malcolm Ritter once roamed these corridors, his twisted experiments casting a shroud of terror over the hospital. Unbeknownst to the unsuspecting patients, Dr. Ritter indulged in unspeakable acts of cruelty, subjecting them to pain and suffering in the name of perverted scientific curiosity. The tormented souls who perished within these walls now haunt the abandoned hospital, their anguished whispers reverberating through the hallways. Visitors recount an oppressive heaviness in the air, as if unseen eyes track their every move. Chilling gusts of icy wind manifest, sending shivers down their spines, while blood-curdling screams resonate through the corridors, caught in an eternal loop of torment. One fateful night, a group of intrepid paranormal investigators ventured into the forsaken hospital, armed with cameras and recording devices, determined to unravel the truth behind the legends that enshrouded Yorktown Memorial Hospital. As they stepped into the decaying building, an overwhelming sense of dread washed over them. Shadows danced upon the peeling wallpaper, contorting into sinister shapes that defied rationality. Unseen forces brushed against their skin, leaving trails of goosebumps in their wake. Within one particularly eerie room, the investigators encountered a presence so malevolent that it paralyzed them with terror. The atmosphere grew oppressively heavy, and a chilling voice whispered ancient incantations, conveying tales of pain and suffering. The walls themselves seemed to weep, crimson stains oozing from their surfaces, an unsettling reminder of the hospital's dark past. Overwhelmed by fear, the investigators hastily retreated from the room, their minds haunted by the horrors they had witnessed. They knew they had trespassed into a realm where the boundaries between life and death blurred, a place where the residual energy of anguish and despair clung to every crevice. Today, Yorktown Memorial Hospital stands as a chilling testament to the depths of human darkness. Its decaying corridors bear witness to unspeakable atrocities, and those brave enough to step into its forsaken halls do so at their own peril. Enter Yorktown Memorial Hospital, if you dare, but be forewarned, its malevolent presence lingers, nourishing itself in fear and reveling in the despair of those who dare to challenge its haunted domain.